Good morning, guys. Today's Saturday, so it's my check-in day. I did chicken at home, but I'm gonna do some posing here, show you guys how I look. We're 4 weeks now post-show, and pretty much 10 weeks out from the show that I'm planning to do in September. So it's gonna come very quick. So we're planning on starting prep in a week, or like in the 9 weeks period. So I'm gonna go get my blood work done, everything ready for starting prep again. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how I look. I love posing here in the morning, seeing how I look a couple of times, have my coffee. I'm gonna do that, do cardio, and I'll catch you guys up. I'll catch you guys up when I'm back home for breakfast. All right, a little bit of a different breakfast this morning. So it's Saturday. Usually Saturdays are my free meal. During got back to my check-in, we increased food for next week, so I'm super pumped about that. I'm in a very good spot. I feel very good. I think the biggest thing for me this time around, even if like sometime I'll like grab a little like sweet, very rarely, but like I have my free meal, but I always make sure that it's food that digests well. And I used to be very big on like sweeteners and like, oh, like I'll just add some like sugar-free chocolate chip in my creamy or like things like that. And now I'm like, I would rather add a bit more fruit, snack on like grapes or like stuff like that. But anything, just removing anything that doesn't digest well for me, or I know that's gonna bloat me. So digestion has been my number one focus. So food has increased for next week. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fill a full day of eating sometime next week to show you guys kind of like what's my foods at right now, right before starting prep again. And yeah, so this morning, and again, that's me learning. I'm not saying it's the best thing to do. It's very rare that I do that, but I'm gonna be training. It's 10:30 right now. I'm gonna be training at 12:30 right after my client. I'm going to be training back with Eric. Disclosure here for anyone who watched my last video with Eric. I've had a lot of like negative comments. I'm not used to have negative comment. Just about how like pervert he was, all like touchy. And if you guys know me, my values and my character, you know I wouldn't be training with someone who I feel uncomfortable about or that is disrespectful or not professional in that way. So I've been training with Eric for three years. I've trained all 2022 with him, and he's always been super respectful. So this is, I mean, he's so knowledgeable, and for me, I want to be able to put content for you guys to be able to like learn more, getting your training better, and just learn from me, right? And learn from other people. So I'm excited to train back with him. I cannot wait for you guys to like see the content. But coming to my breakfast, one thing for me, so that's going to be my pre-cut meal. And like I said, it's my free meal of the week. And in the past I would just like try to like, oh, like I'll do like a pancake at home with like sugar-free syrup and stuff for like craving, or trying to like find like cool like funny thing like sweets to add because it's a free meal. Or I would like can like add a bunch of shit that like doesn't digest well for me, or like is not kind of like smart. So I'm here, I just pull up to saving time, show you guys. It's a small bakery right beside my house, like 5 minutes away. And apparently oh, apparently their brunch is amazing there, but their pastry apparently are amazing. I always want to try them, and usually I would be like, oh no, I can't, like I'm having a free meal tonight. Well, this girl is learning, this girl is getting better, and I'm just trying to like be smart about it. So one thing with me, I'll always pack my supplement, making sure that's always, I just got my gut health supplement at home before leaving, and I have my chicken here, so I have my protein, put a bit of salt on it, and I'm gonna go enjoy. I'm waiting for Lana. I'm gonna go enjoy. We're gonna get a pastry or two, and we're just gonna share them. It's gonna be my carbs for my pre-workout meal. So at least I can enjoy that. I can try them, but I'm not eating them on a random day, or I'm not like going overflow when I'm like having a free meal, or snacking on like a bunch of like stupid thing that like won't digest well. So super pumped about that. I'm gonna show you guys what I got, and then we're gonna go train, use the calories. So I think like it's just learning to like, yeah, like it's probably not the best thing to go have low pastry first thing in the morning when you're having a free meal the night of. But listen, I got my glycol, I'm set, and we're not gonna go overboard. We're gonna share just low thing, just try one or two, and I would rather use them and have them in a time that like it makes sense, and I'm gonna go work out right after. So I think it's just learning to like balance that.
Yeah, like the McDonald's is just a cross. It's just a cross for
I got black coffee. This is a cinnamon kind of croissant. Hello. Oh, this one is amazing. Almond croissant, and I like those cookies, oatmeal cookies. It's gonna be amazing. Oh my god. Stop. Such a mess. They do their back pulls like lats, like obviously shows up, but
right.
like not mid back.
Like mid back is not such a big deal.
Yeah. So like, okay, so for me, like obviously one of the things I wanted to like work the most is my back. It was like width and thickness. So like pretty much my whole fucking. Sorry, I'm not gonna swear. My whole back. So
width and detail.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like I've learned a lot from you, like lats, like I like just like mechanic of like how to target my lat, but I feel like my like upper back, like everything like here, like it's so flat. I'm like I need to bring that up.
Yeah. So a lot of the girls I find have lots of bodybuilders ask me for the same area. Can you help me develop this? I have some definition here, I'm here, but I have an area here that doesn't seem as strong. And so a lot of it is about what we're going to do today is getting our shoulder blades and collarbones to move a lot more. And especially from the female side, some girls get very afraid of anything that you say the word traps. Everybody gets very afraid of any kind of like, I don't want a big neck. And it's like, no, traps, she's never afraid. But traps are all of this inside development that most people want.
Get it.
System that allows you to do this, like this is made for wood chops and stuff, because you have 4 pulleys here. This allows you to like have some speed without feeling like it drops off. Okay. So it'll feel very smooth for you. Okay. So if you accelerate, it's not going to be too much of a problem. Whereas normally we'd have to kind of walk you out of that, okay? So this position, if we see the handle direction, you'll see your bicep have to kind of follow that.
Okay.
So what a lot of people get caught with is a wide pull with a bar, which is fine, but that means the handles would be facing that way. Now we've got a narrow pull, and we're gonna end up wide-ish, but it's gonna be a barrier. So my arms are almost always gonna follow this sort of wide, long pull. And because we got so much cable line, we're gonna back up a lot, so it feels like it's gonna pull me off my feet.
Okay.
So there's not a lot of up, there's a lot more out.
Okay, it's just
Does
more
that make
like,
more
yeah.
sense, right? And so that reaching, we're gonna start just nice and simple. Show me that. All right, now we're still gonna anchor in there, right? We're gonna think about these inside edges. That's really important. Otherwise, people stay on the outside. Good. Now that sense of this stays here, almost like we would push. And if we were gonna feel, they would feel this wrapping around. So for you viewers, you would see this line in her shirt. You'd see her lats almost represent that, right? Now when she reaches out, she's gonna go from narrow, so these widen out for them to pull. And she's always gonna dig in her legs. Yeah, there you go, Val. So once again, we want to see shoulder blades move. So they're gonna wrap around. They're literally gonna come around her rib cage. She's gonna wrap them around that way. Good. And then the farther out you go, we're just gonna see this. See how the bicep pacing up. There you go. You feel how that changes that a little bit? Yeah, see the bicep always kind of faces the handle. Gotta grow and relax.
Yeah, definitely get a, obviously a
Yes.
bigger stretch.
As soon as that opens up, the whole space opens up. As soon as you come up this way, it's like, oh, there's only no more room.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. So as soon as that bicep follows the handle, it's like, oh, I've got all that space to go.
Like, I'm never in my lat, well, yeah.
Yeah, there's like an end
Get
point.
that like
Yeah.
extra, yeah, cool.
Okay. So we don't actually always have to be straight. Everybody symmetrical people are like, what? What? Always have to be straight. But I could come offline. I'm probably not crazy offline, but I could come off, let's say, 5 some odd degrees to my leg, right? I could actually have to turn my torso,
Okay.
right? So I have to, my back would be doing something very different, like with that rotation, but it's shoulders turn to finish. Shoulders turn to finish, okay? I know, the brain. So I would have to be here versus, oh, I can do this. It's like, oh, I could do this. I could do this. I could do this. And that would make my body have to do something different around my lats, right? Okay. Kind of can go the other, right? As opposed to if I turn my body, my legs go with me. That's not, right? Yeah, there you go. So you see, you just kind of practice something like that. Does that make sense now? Yeah, reach, collarbones. Good, narrow reach away. Yes, better. Straight now. Yep, narrow, like swimming. You gotta swim through. There you go. Right, a lot of teres, which is arm. So we want arm and shoulder blade on spine, which means you better be able to hold your spine still.
Yeah,
Does that make
it's
sense?
a big difference, like.
Yeah,
like
that
this.
changes
It's
that
just
quite
like
a bit.
At the beginning I forgot, but
Yeah.
then the second you're like, I need
Yeah.
to think about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
as soon as that comes through, it's like, oh
Yeah.
wow, the big
Because it's
pull.
like so natural to wanting to just go there.
Yeah, this is a nice, easy way to stay.
I know.
Yeah, really good. So we stay in the hinge, right? That's a loaded hinge you're in to give you as much help with your abs. So the cool part about this, obviously, we don't need all this, is they gave you a bench, and I'm gonna say don't use it. I'm gonna say stay on 2 legs, even if you're smaller.
Okay.
This set of angling here is really just where do I want my shoulder to set up. So This obviously would be like, wow, my arm has to be here. It's gonna look like that path. Most of us are not gonna love that very much. This arm is probably not terrible for most of us, right? Because it feels like a fairly low kind of row idea, depending on how low we want to get. It's just me to this thing, right? Does that make sense? So if we said this path, like I can go further, but it's no longer my lat. Does that make more sense, right? So you're kind of looking for 90 degrees at your wrist, and that your bicep follows wherever the handle is.
Yeah.
Pretty simple rule. If this angle's here, Jesus, my bicep would be there. That would be a pretty challenging row for most people. Okay, or certainly not fit for my size, I guess, right? Okay, so let's see that. Let's see where it kind of fits you on this with 25. That's not a heavy weight for you, but
So you want me to do?
you could show me what you did first, and then but both legs down, okay? You can use the seat, or you don't have to. It doesn't really matter to me. Well, it does, but at some point they're giving you this so you can anchor your legs in if you want.
Want me to be lying down? Or?
Yeah, they're giving you this to push, right? Otherwise, you're just flopping on that thing. Let's get it out of your face. There you go. So this is in to out. And see how your hand would stay. Yeah, see how everything faces the handle. So this is look like a really high, kind of high-handled row. You're not going to end up like low. You're going to end up out here. So this is, yeah, you go. There is in. Yeah, there we go. So that's an in to out feeling. That's to snap the elbows into each other. Yeah, like there. That's it. See how they never come out of the handle line? There you go. Yeah, you got it, Val. But I'm definitely like internally rotated, right? So it's not my shoulders have to internally rotate. I'm narrow, right? As I stand up, what are you seeing?
Like, opening that up.
Now I'm not actually moving my arms.
Just opening.
I'm standing up from the ground.
Okay.
So I'm not lifting my chest up. I'm not going backwards. I'm standing through. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Now unwrap out of that. Wide shoulders, wide shoulders, wide shoulders. There you go. One last one. Over through. Good. Yep, inside the edge of your feet. Dig wider. It's like a loaded stretch.
Yeah.
So then you start to have to stand up. So most people, it's like up is backwards. And now it's like, oh, up is, yeah, there you go. So now you practice.
Like, when you were like,
yeah, it's like so many of these things, but it's like, how much did you have to use your legs? You can just be like, oh, stand up. Oh, wait, no, hold on. So standing up is that way.
So much more, I feel
Yeah, I have to push down to show. So much of your sport is presentation, and everybody, you can get caught kind of lifting up versus pushing off. Even in heels, we're pushing away. So it's like, oh, shoulders wide versus lifting up. It's like, no, we're like, there you go. Where you see the handles is where your bicep has to point. So it doesn't get fancier than that. So if you want to do this, we have to be fairly like able to bring our shoulders, which we just finished doing, right? If you want to be here, whoo, this is a long ways down. So if I was here and I look up, I would never see my elbow in a different path. My elbow would be in the path of this handle. Okay. So it's going to stay, and I'll feel externally rotated for this versus like I end up like with an out position with a handle vertical. So if I say that's a vertical handle, I would stay with that. So you're going to stay very tall. If you want to go the other way, now we're dealing with an out path.
A bit more carries though?
It can be if you really wanted to let your shoulder blades stay up, but if you don't, it's going to feel like I've got a line from here all the way to here.
Okay.
So it would feel like I'm trying to push out.
Can you target a bit more lower lat if you're going
Very
there?
much lower lat, yeah. So we're going to do them, but we're going to do them one at a time. Okay. So you're going to hold one. You're going to hold one while the other goes.
Sweet.
and that'll feel like I have a bit of a side bend in there. Okay?
So like for me, like last I've always been doing those because I know it's like a bit in front of me,
Sure.
but I was sure that like this was like more carry.
Yeah, no, you can get low
Okay.
lat in this, yeah.
Well, if I'm holding at the bottom, I don't know about the plate.
I'm gonna bring your hands out. Oh, I'm gonna bring your hands out a little bit. There you go. So there, you're gonna hold one at the bottom, both at the bottom. Now this one goes. Now that cinching is not really down, is it? That cinching is kind of in. So we're gonna feel like there's a long, short one. There you go. Make sure you use your legs here. Because now this side is long to here. You feel that's in to out as opposed to up and down? Yeah, there we go. So this is a weird monkey chin up right now. Not really down at all. There's that elbow bending out to around. There you go. So it's not really a pull down at all. Elbows go straight. Elbows bend. There you go. Okay, you feel that now?
Yeah.
So now it's the
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, there you go. So when that goes up, yeah, you're gonna feel that like climby feeling, like you could like rock climb up out of that. Yeah, yeah, it'll feel like it takes you up into that sort of side bend, as opposed to, oh, my arm is just moving by itself. But the big deal is if when people get down here, if their shoulders go through their body, this is as far as my arms can go. But if my shoulders go over, as soon as my shoulders go up over, I have lots of space. So my neck position can't be dropped. I have to hold my head. But as soon as my shoulders come over, then I finish in a different spot. But if I come through, it'll feel like I can't go any farther. It's like, no. So the big deal is, can I unlock this part of my collarbone again? Because if I come over, then I can move all this stuff down here. And this is the area that most of you guys go, I want lats plus this. Good. And so it's funny to think that this, there you go. Yep. So it's gonna feel like a shrug to get over there. There you go. You don't have to worry about reversing it. It'll still go where it wants to. Over to come back, right there. So there's that hinge again, right? There's the bicep face. There's that bicep creating space for you. And then there's the elbow bending till it, there, that's it. And it's like really dig that leg in. Like by the time it gets out, it's gonna try and pull you off the ground. So it'd feel like you're kind of like pulling the lawnmower. No help down there. I have to come up to the handle to peel it up into that position.
Yeah, and feel that motion.
Yeah.
All right, my back is smoked, and like it's kind of one of those things. Like I've learned so much from Eric already with back, and like, you know, when you get in a place, you're like, oh, actually, you always like obviously think you know a lot, and you're like, what can I learn more? And like it just like open your eyes and show you how much more you can learn all the time. It's just like little things that like makes all the difference. And so I'm very excited. I hope you guys enjoy like everything we've learned today. If you guys try any of this stuff, please tag me, leave a comment, subscribe. It just helps me so much. But if you guys try it out, let me know what have you learned from it, or like how you liked it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon.